What's up, guys? It's New Life for Jen, or Jen. I'm coming on today to do an update, and I'm going to give you all the numbers and all the stats first. I started my pre-op diet for the Lapband on March 1st, 2011. I was banded in Tijuana, Mexico by Dr. Rodriguez on March 18th, 2011. I hit my goal of 145 pounds on January 23rd, 2012, of 145. Throughout the spring and summer and right before surgery, I maintained in between 130 and 135, which was about 15 pounds under my goal. I'm coming to you today at 143. So I am up, which I'm not sure anymore at this point how much of it's swelling, how much of it's probably a gain. I'm guessing I probably have 4 or 5 pounds more of swelling, and I'm thinking that I might be up 3 or 4 pounds total due to an unfill. I've been unfilled now going on 5 weeks. Total unfill. So I could eat like a trucker, as Lapband Suzanne would always say, literally. And I have increased my quantity, and it's hard. Coming off the 5-day pouch test, today is day 5. Yay! So super happy about that. It was a great reset. I have a birthday party tomorrow, so hopefully I can stay away from the bad stuff because I just feel better when the crap's out. And I've let so much crap back in, especially now being back home and knowing that I'm healing. This past, before this, 5-day pouch test, I was like eating like bad. And it was bad, so a very well needed reset. But here's some of the stats. I am 595 days post-op, or 85 weeks. I am 284 days in maintenance, or 40 weeks and 4 days in maintenance. I am exactly 1 month or 4 weeks post-op of my 360 body lift, and I am 2 months today of quitting smoking. So some pretty awesome stats. 85 weeks post-op, 40 weeks in maintenance, 4 weeks out of surgery, and 8 weeks of quitting smoking. So those things alone should put a smile on my face, that within 85 weeks, I have accomplished all those things. And I have to learn that I need to stop being so hard on myself. I was really beating myself up over this, my weight this week, and I shouldn't. I mean, it's a month after surgery, and I think that's one of the things that I want to let everybody know, that no matter how much I'm mentally prepared for this 360 body lift, it's just like weight loss surgery. You're not going to know the full capacity that's going to happen to you until you're actually going through it. So you can read and you can watch as many videos as you can to prepare yourself, but it's not enough. Like, there is a lot of learning about myself in this month. A lot of healing too that I think has happened in this month. So it's been a pretty emotional ride for my plastics journey so far, just because you have to learn to love yourself, and you have to learn that things aren't going to be perfect, and even after a surgery there's still going to be things that you're going to critique about yourself that you might not exactly like. So it's definitely coming around full scale, and mentally you have to be ready to, for one, be able to eat, to heal. I am glad I had the unfill because of the fact I could eat my chicken, I could eat my meats with my higher protein and not have an issue. And before, I would either have to go really slow, and with the surgery it could have made the band tighter, and maybe I wouldn't have been able to get my protein in, and so I'm glad I had the unfill. At this point now, I need my fill. I am planning on going down this Tuesday coming up to Cincinnati to get my fill. Not sure how or where I want to go yet. I want to get back into my range of like 130 to 135. I'll be happy at 135. I know I still have swelling. At this point, I'm 3 pounds away to get back into the 130s, so that's kind of what I'm shooting for. And then over the course of the next 6 months, as long as I'm in the 130s, I'll be happy due to the swelling and whatever. But that's where I like to be, and I think I'll feel better once I get into that zone. So that's that. Trying to see what else. I think that's about it. At the end of this, I don't know if any of you, for those of you that don't have me on Facebook, it's Jennifer New Life for Jen. It's spelled out F-O-U-R Jen, J-E-N-N. New Life for Jen. But that's where I post most of my pictures. I know some of you have inboxed me saying you don't have Facebook or you don't use Facebook, so I taped me explaining some of the pictures that I posted this week on Facebook that I'm going to attach to the end of this video. So those were taken this week. The incision looks impeccable. I am so pleased. There's not an opening. There's not any of... My doctor used all internal stitches and sutures. I know that's been a question. None of my stuff had to be taken out. I know a lot of you have asked what I'm doing right now for aftercare. Who's my aftercare doc? I don't have an aftercare doc. I use email to email everything that's happened over the last 4 weeks, or really the last 3 weeks, because the first week we were in Mexico with him. The last 3 weeks it's been direct taking pictures and email communication. So he would say, take a picture of this, and we'd take a picture of that, and take a picture of the incision, take a picture of your drains. That's how I've communicated with him. So he has still been my aftercare doc. It's just been all through virtual communication. So there wasn't a physical doctor I was going to these last 3 weeks physically to have these things checked. And I think that's what's great about this guy. He did everything, internal stitches and internal sutures. So you didn't have to worry about taking any of your stitches out. There were 3 stitches in my belly button. Those I did take out. It was about the 10-day mark. It was just 3 little stitches, and that was it. But you didn't have to worry about the incision area where the doctor had to do aftercare with it. And I think he does such a great job. I was so worried about, like, the incision opening and or getting the fluid build up, the seromas or the hema, whatever that stuff is. I was so worried about that. This incision line is so tight that I don't think it'll be an issue of anything ever separating. I will say this, I am not rushing back into heavy duty exercise due to the fact I don't want to split my incision line. It is not worth it to me to do anything heavy duty. Even at this point, at the 4-week point, say if I pull on something or have to push something, there's pressure. You can feel pressure in your incision. So I would be crazy to go out and try to do running or kettlebells, or of course he hasn't cleared me for anything like that anyways, but at this point I want to take it slow. I want my incision to heal as best as it can possibly heal. So that might sound like the lazy way out, but after you pay this kind of money, I want that to heal right. And I've seen with people after a certain amount of weeks that they're pushing the exercise right away, and then they're getting openings, or I don't know. That's up to you guys. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to take it easy until the 8-week mark, then start doing more of the heavy-duty exercise. I'm not saying I'm not walking or moving. I'm just saying there's not going to be any strenuous stuff. So for you guys that are diehard 6-7 days a week exercisers and you're going to go into this kind of surgery, you better be prepared to take at least 6 weeks off before you're going to be able to do anything heavy-duty like that again. I know he's already told me he's not going to clear me to do anything major until the 6-week point. He doesn't want me lifting anything more than, I think it was 3 pounds or 5 pounds. But like I said, I can feel, just by pulling a door open at the just pulling, you'll feel that pressure in your incision. And you know what? It's not worth it to push yourself to have an opening or have an issue. Especially for me, it's not like my doctor's down the road. And I've seen people that have done it, and once you get that opening on your incision line, it's not like they can stitch it back up. You have to pack it, and it's gross. So, just saying, I know I'm kind of like off topic and whatever, but to take it easy, you have to be prepared to be bedridden. You have to be prepared to be able to make yourself chill and not push it. It's been really hard for me. I am a 24/7, 365 kind of girl. I go nonstop. But I knew that with this, I wanted to heal the best that I possibly could, and I've taken the time off that needed. I mean, even now at the 4-week point, I'm still not pushing things 100% because I feel that I want the best results I can possibly get from my surgery. You know, so much of it's on your doctor and so much of it's on yourself to take care of yourself and to take care of your body after a major, major surgery like this. So don't put all your faith just in your doctor. You have to take personal ownership of it and do what you're supposed to do after, you know, to take care of yourself. But okay, I'm off topic, and it's already at 11 minutes, and I gotta attach the picture. So, I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Alright, guys, here's those pics I was gonna post at the end of this video. These are from, I would say 25 days post-op. I don't know the exact date. These are from my Facebook. I know some of you aren't on my Facebook, but it's Jennifer, A New Life for Jen. But these are the ones I took this week and put on my Facebook, so I'm just taping them to put here on YouTube since some of you aren't on there. This is the back incision. It's healing perfectly. There are no internal sutures or stitches coming out of it at all, anywhere, at any point. So all of my stitches are internal. I have no stitches or sutures that had to come out after surgery. The only 3 stitches I had to do were my belly button ones, and I clipped those on like the 10-day mark is when I took out my belly button stitches. This is a side picture of the front. As you see, the one side's a little bit lower. I think it's going to be like that permanently. I don't know. But it is very swollen in through this area. So from a side view, if you were to get really close, it looks like I'm like 2 months pregnant because that part right there above the incision bulges out. Not below, just above. Okay, and then this is a side shot of the incision. Like I said, it is perfect. There is no openings, there's no seepage, there's no stitches that are coming, you know, there's nothing. And the reason why it looks kind of like weird and through here is just because of the bandage being on it and the binder. So my skin looks kind of weird in all these pictures because, you know, when I take it off, I take the pictures and everything's still impressioned with that binder marking on it. So that's what that's from. Same thing, like you can see on my back, all those lines and whatever. It's all from the binder. So it'll all look so much better once, you know, it's healed and the binder's not on there. But in through here, those are all my stretch marks. So, of course, they're not going to go anywhere. But I'm hoping that once everything's healed and I can start working on my core again, I do have muscle definition from me working on it beforehand. So hopefully once the swelling goes all the way down, I might actually have a little 6-pack going on, or a 2-pack maybe. But that's it. That's it. This is almost a month out of surgery. So talk to you guys soon. Bye.